Hello, good afternoon, good evening, and good morning, everyone. Wow, that's interesting. My camera went again to another place. This is Elma, the non-tech techie, and tonight I have the founder of 2Slash, Itay Forer, and he will be showing us something really interesting because he has created this software. It's called 2Slash. And when he did a demo to me a couple of weeks ago, it's actually quite amazing what it can do. Like, I've seen a lot of AI, how do you call that? Yeah, AI writing tools, AI writing assistants. But this one is more specifically for your, like, if you like write a lot of social media captions, or if you need to respond to emails, if you need to if you want to engage in a certain topic, and it will make it much easier for you. Not just easier, but even faster. So today I have Ite with me. So hello, Ite. How are you?
Wonderful, wonderful. Thank you for having me. I'm happy to
Okay,
be here.
thank you so much. And just to let you know guys, that today we have Itay, and Itay is currently in Austria. Is it okay to tell them where you are from?
Yeah, of course. I'm not hiding
Yeah,
anything.
I'm not saying that you had it, but it's quite because actually Itay is from Israel, and the first time we talked, he's actually in Israel, and he managed to quickly go to Austria to avoid what's happening locally right now over there, which is quite it's not nice. And I'm happy that Ite and his family are safe and now in Europe. And we are now having this live stream because of that. So I've seen some people around. Let me see. Okay, maybe I'll do that later. So yes, Ite. So can you tell us more about 2Slash? And I think this is what we're going to talk about: how actually 2Slash can help us in being more productive.
Yeah, so let me first tell the audience a little bit about myself, who I am, and for a couple minutes just to get the context, and then I will explain how I even thought about 2Slash and why I even developed. So, as Elma mentioned, I'm from Israel. Although most of my professional career I did actually in the US. So I did a lot of different things, and I actually founded a company back in like 2013, where we bootstrapped the company. We grew to be a big company. We went to Y Combinator, which is a big startup accelerator, and we built a product within that, and a lot of different things. We grew it to be tens of millions of dollars a year in revenue, and more than $20 million in investment funds and things from that nature. So I got used to building a huge tool for or a product that is facing thousands and tens of thousands of people within that kind of spectrum. After we successfully merged our company, and we grew it from like three founders to 400 plus employees. After we managed to kind of like overcome that and merge our company, I went back to Israel, and since then I've been doing a lot of consulting, mentoring, and coaching to startup founders, entrepreneurs, and things from that nature. In addition to having a lot of different digital assets, if it's a few website that I'm generate passive income, some micro SaaS that I'm flipping or website that I'm flipping, and to be honest, like I wasn't into the whole AI kind of changes in the market, but I noticed that I keep using and doing things with short form kind of content and using a lot of the chat GPT and things from that nature. I become almost like an expert. And I think like 3 or 4 months ago, I noticed that it's like I needed to build something to solve my own problem. I felt like with all the noise about it and everything that's going on, you're getting almost overwhelmed. And at the end of the day, what you actually want is something that can be actually producing value to you and being productive to you. And that's kind of where I didn't get it. So that drove me to think about, hey, maybe I should like build something. And it started as funny as it sounds. It started as to build it for myself. I have a partner. He's my co-founder, and we built like a tool for ourselves. We gave it to like 10 friends, and just for our fun. And they got like addicted to it, and they used it a lot and things from that nature. So we said, okay, let's give it to more, and we get it to another group of people. And suddenly it became like a habit for them, and we realized that we actually can solve a lot of problem. That's kind of like how the idea came about. Let me share a little bit about share my screen and share a quick presentation that I wanna show. Let me know if you can see my screen. Can you?
Yes, we can see your screen now.
Perfect. It's on the presentation. Do you see it on the presentation?
Yes, yes, we can see it.
Perfect. So I want to talk a little bit about 2Slash and kind of why we even decided to put it out in the market. Now I know that yes, we are using AI, and yes, it's an assistant or whatever it is, but our first and foremost is we are a productivity tool. So if you're looking for all of the things that ChatGPT can do, or all the nice hacks and tricks and buzz and things from that nature, that's not what we're looking for. We're looking to solve a problem. And for us, the biggest thing that we are looking into when we build it is how can we help people become productive online. I know that most of you guys try different tools or try ChatGPT or whatever it is, but how many are you are actually integrated and being productive while using it and generating a certain amount of result, right? So the goal is, in terms of being productive, is to get the work done, right? So I can go to ChatGPT and spend hours of finding the right prompt and things from that nature, and eventually I'm not even using it because it's not good, or whatever it is. So then you're not being productive. Yes, you have access to it. You can go to ChatGPT for free, the 3.5 one. Um, but the thing is, can you integrate it to part of your daily routine work or whatever it is you do? So this is why productivity online for us is the biggest benefit of why we're thinking about, or why we even build 2Slash. The second thing is to being efficient. How can you actually use that tool or whatever we're giving you to get the task done? A lot of the thing is not just to get it done, but how can you get it the best way to do it? And this going to the third one, which is the expertise. Um, the way we're seeing it is there's a lot of little things that you maybe not fully understand. It could be like from an SEO perspective, or or anything else that is happening. And what we want to bring is to give you already the chew it for you, the learning curves, so you can don't need to look into and find the best way to learn new things, and we can give it to you with our commands. And the next one is the writer's block. Like a lot of the times you want just something to get the ball rolling. You want to get like the first sentence, there's some kind of things to kind of brainstorming how you want to write. If it's a quick email, if it's a post, if it's a reply to someone, or it can be even like writing your own blog post or your own newsletter for your audience. And of course, access to innovation in a I would say in a very easier way, and that's kind of like the highest benefit. So I'm repeating it again for one thing. If you are looking for another cool AI tricks kind of things, this is not the case. This is productivity tool, and if you're looking to be more productive on your work, on your daily work, then that's probably something that can be beneficial for you. Now,
Okay, Ite, one feedback from the audience. Please speak a little bit slowly. You're like at speed 2x. So we try
oh,
to speed, okay, a bit slower, please.
no problem, no problem.
Okay,
All right,
thank you.
I'm gonna take it down a notch. So the use cases, community growth and engagement. So the first use case that we saw that can be super relevant is if you try to, if you are in a different communities, or you're building your own community, or you're in a place where you have a lot of engagement within the community, this tool can be super helpful for you in terms of um, learning fast, answering fast, having amazing answers, and things from that nature. That's kind of the first use cases that people usually use us in 2Slash. The second one is the social media growth. So we talked about it, I think, in the preview. Elma mentioned you probably spend a lot of time either answering posts, writing your own post, engaging with audience from different channels. If it's LinkedIn, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and we brought on a lot of like the expertise within our prompts that we pre-built for you to be able to move fast through this growth by being there all the time, but being engaged and being focused. And of course, the last part is the use case of like little task of sales or support that can be helpful if it's like, for example, if you have a certain emails that you need to write, or you have a newsletters, or things from that nature that you need a structure, things to move on, or you want to give answer to specific context. So those are the stuff. And this is kind of like the high level what I wanted to kind of talk about. And now I want to go and show a little bit about the demo. Can everybody see my screen?
Yes, we can see your screen.
Perfect.
But by the way, okay, so after your demo, actually, because you mentioned community growth and engagement, and like our audience right now is part of our community, both in Facebook and in YouTube. But sometimes I'm actually planning to be more active in LinkedIn. And I'm so
Yeah.
happy that actually we are going to see your demo today, because this is something that would really not help not only me, but everyone. And to be honest, there are times that I'm running out of ideas on what to ask the group members. And I would appreciate if you can also show us that thing, like, hey, how what we can do to make the see our group be more engaging.
Sure, sure. Yeah, so I'm gonna go over it in a second. I'm just
Okay.
gonna, yeah. At first, I want to just show the basic of the tool so everybody can see and have a grasp before you even, going in and install it, just what it does. So, of course, after you install it, you create a user, and as you see here, this is this extension right here, we where you have the 2Slash, you have your account. So the first thing you do when you sign into 2Slash is you actually creating some kind of a voice to you. So I wrote it here as an example. I'm a serial entrepreneur, mentor, and a coach, and you're writing your tone. So let's say short, concise, coherent, to the point, whatever you want to do, and like a sentence which represent your writing. And that's the first step you're going to have in the sign in, where we want to like identify your voice, which you can use it. You don't have to, but it's an option. Now, the 2Slash extension, it's basically as the core thing. You don't even need to be a member of ChatGPT or to have a key. You don't have to. We have the option to have it to connect your key and buy like the call it like a bring your own key kind of package. But as the basic one for us, you don't need to. So if I open 2Slash and I want to start using it, I don't need any connection to anything else but just creating my own user. That's something to keep in mind. Now, we are basing right now our answers on ChatGPT, although soon we're going to have an integration also with Claude and others. But right now it's with ChatGPT, and I want to say that whoever is a member of us, like paying member, they can choose their model. This is not like automatic choosing. You can either choose from the 3.5 or the 4, and you can use it consistently. So it doesn't matter if you want to use all of your credits on ChatGPT 4, you can. It's not, there is no obligation. Now, the reason why we put here an OpenAI key is, let's assume you took a package with us and suddenly you ran out of your words on your package. You can put your key here, and by default, when it's only for those that are paying the package with us, by default, it will fall to your OpenAI key when you're done with the words, which whoever didn't don't have it, it's not going to do it. And then here you have a lot of different like little thing, but I guess I want to show how it's operated, the basic of how 2Slash is operating, and from there we'll continue on to the more juicy thing. So
Okay.
wherever you are online, doesn't matter if you're on LinkedIn, on Facebook, or on email, whatever it is, you basically just do slash slash, and you have as you see here, the pop-up, you have here the 2Slash function. Now, the way 2Slash is working is that we provide you what we call a command. Okay, So a command is something in the background when we did something. We created a prompt or whatever it is for you. So you don't need to do anything but to give whatever you want. So I will start with the very basic one. Let's say I'm doing a write. Okay. You can either scroll down with the keys, or you can just type it on doing tab, and I'm on write. Now you have here a few ways that we try to make it easier for you. You have your own tone. So let's say I can choose me, the one that I'm set up in the beginning, or I can choose a different tone that I want from whatever we have here. You have here like if it's an influencer, if you're a marketer, programmer, SEO writer, whatever it is. Let's say it's choosing me, and you can choose the length. So it can be a long paragraph, one sentence, one phrase, short paragraph. So let's say I'm choosing one sentence, and here I'm saying what do I want. So this is a very basic prompt or a command, we call it, right? So I can say a post, a hook for my post about product market fit for startups. Once you decided, the command is doing whatever you need. You can either press enter or press this key. And what we're going to do is generate right on the spot. You saw how fast it is. We generate for you using, of course, the GPT-4, because that's what I chose as the setting. We write for you that thing, unlock the secret startup success for the perfect product market fit, your golden ticket to sustainable growth and profitability, which in this case, if you know product market fit, it's correct. Now, it's automatically copied to your clipboard, so you don't necessarily need to do anything here, but just going here and do paste. But before I'm going to do paste, I'm going to show you what else you can do. Let's say you don't like this respond. You can always go and do a new respond, or you can just change. Let's say I want to change the length. I want it to be a short paragraph, not one sentence. So I'm just clicking it here, and on the spot, it's going to create. You see, it's created a little bit longer for me. Everything is copied to the clipboard. So now it didn't delete my first attempt. So you have here the little history where you can see the first attempt. Let's say you like this one more, you can just go here and copy, or you can go to the next one and do and basically copy it. Let's say I'm copying this one here, and I'm just coming here and I'm doing paste, and voila, I have a hook, let's say for my post on LinkedIn. Now, that's kind of like the basic usage. I'm going to go in detail again soon about the more advanced prompt. But what it's important to understand with what we do here is not necessarily the option to use to get some writing. It's about the quality of the results. And that's our focus. This is part of being productive. Another way that you can use our prompt is, let's say you have here someone that wrote a long paragraph or something that you either want to do a summary. So you just mark those things. And when you stop, it gives you this little pop-up, which is also 2Slash. And you can choose a different thing to do. You can summarize, you can rewrite, you can reply. So let me just choose the basic one, which is summarize. You just do click here, and that's it. You don't even need to do anything here because the summarize function is doing everything for you. So you just click enter, and then right on the spot, I'm not even leaving for a second the screen. I'm going to have the tool summarize for you. You see what is discussed. I can make it shorter or longer. I'm just an example of the basic use. Again, I'm just showing the basic function. There is a lot more to it, but this is kind of just to understand how I'm using it. So you can copy it and maybe, or just read it or whatever you want to do. Now, that's another thing. So that's the contextual aspect of it. So you can actually read and answer. So if you have an email, you can mark the email and you can answer specifically to it. Now, keep in mind that we know by the command so if I do an email, okay, as the command my email, and then I'm going to go in and say a warm introduction to a new employee, okay, even if I misspell the introduction, which is not a big deal, and let's say I want to do it, let's say even just do it right now to show you the fact that I gave a command of an email. it understands that I'm gonna about to write an email. Doesn't matter that I'm on LinkedIn. So the command is what structuring us or telling us to do a certain thing. So now you see it's already gave me the subject line because it's an email, right? And dear whatever, and it give you all the aspect. And if I it's already copied to my clipboard, so I'm just doing paste, and voila, I have an email ready for you, and it's giving you where to put your name, your position, the structural sign. So and you can even use it in sheets, in like Google Sheets. You can actually get a formula if you want to out of this thing. So that's kind of like the generic high level function. Now I'm going to go a little bit deeper into what you can do. So the whole concept of why I developed 2Slash is to provide me help in certain things. And this is why immediately I thought about, why does everybody need to be an expert on prompts and know how to do it? It's complicated. It takes a long time, a lot of trial and errors or whatever it is. So I decided to make it easier for people that don't want to be an expert, but want to get good to basically to use the power of AI, but to be productive in the day to day. So what we did is we created a prompt library that is this is available all for free for those people that are members, and we have different subject. And here it could be writing emails, social media, blog creation. So for example, and by the way, you can search here for all of them. So let's say I'm choosing something that has LinkedIn. So you see, I have like 8 prompts that had to do with LinkedIn. That's something you can search without going into sections, but you can also get inspired by looking. You can use all of it. We have, I think, about 60 or even more prompts. You can put everything on your extension, and I will show you in a second. So let's say I really like write like a human prompt, or generate a blog post idea, or blog post structure, whatever it is. So let's say I like this thing. I can go in and see what is the prompts doing, right? So it's telling you the description. Do you want to keep writing like a human and avoid AI detectors? With this command, you can write the AI generated content, article, post, whatever it is. You can get 90 to 100% human generated score. And it shows you the output. The command was just doing this. And I put the struggle of an early stage founder, and the output would be what is generated. So you can see and check. So let's say I really like this prompt and I want to edit. I'm just doing add prompt, and voila. If you go into your to your 2Slash, and we have my commands, you probably would see it. This one is human right. You see here, you have this command. So you can put as many prompts as you want, and we are generating every week a few more. I know that Elma requested that from us a few. We gave her 2, so it's increasing our library. And we have our basic prompts, and we have the more advanced one. Now, in addition, you can create your own too. So let's say you have a great prompt that you've been using and you want to edit. You can actually put a name to the command. Let's say I want to put Itay 4, whatever it is, and I can just go in and create a prompt, whatever you want to create a prompt, which you can even have an attribute, which I'm going to show an example in soon how to use it. So you have the possibility and the flexibility to add prompts that you like, but the most important thing is you're using advanced prompt that all was written by our AI prompts engineer. So if this, I'm not talking here about a basic prompt. I'm talking something that taking in consideration a lot of stuff. And I'm gonna generate for you, like we talked about LinkedIn before, Elma, and some people, we have prompts of writing the bio or writing a post, but I really like the post on LinkedIn. So I think it's called link. So you start writing and it's giving you, so LinkedIn post generator, which I really like. And usually when you're using those bigger prompts or the more sophisticated one, my recommendation is keep the tone and length as default, as in it there is a lot of the information you need. So let's say I want to generate a post, okay, and I want to say the post is how to build a community online and get traction. Okay, let's say this is the post that I want to get. That's it. And I'm repeating. I didn't give any other information out of this thing. I didn't give a prompt. I didn't explain them, whatever it is. We thought about what is a good LinkedIn post. For example, you have above like the header, which is above the line, which is like 150 characters that you need to have, like a hook. You have to have an explanation to finish it. You need to have hashtags and things like that. We took everything in consideration, so you don't need to go in and do it. And in this point, I'm just gonna do enter, and we take all of those little things and create something for you that you can use confidently. I mean, of course, you can do some additions, changes, and things from that nature, but the goal is to create something strong and good that level up what you're putting out there, and not just the generic AI basic one. So to keep in mind, it's already copied to the clipboard. Let's see what is generated. So first, pay attention. It's giving a hook. Okay, the hook has data in it even, right? 90% of startups fail within the first year. The secret to survival: building a strong online community. It's putting the little, it's not overwhelming with emoji, but the right one. And this is above default. So you knew there is a limit of characters. If you know in LinkedIn, you can, then you have like read more. And it's talking about that your online is a lifetime, whatever it is. And it shows like practical how to build, right? Be authentic, provide value, engage. And remember, and it's actually asking a question because he wants, like the concept of a LinkedIn post is people to engage with your post, right? So you're ending it up with a question. And there is only two, because LinkedIn only, like the algorithm of LinkedIn saying 1 to 3 hashtags is more than enough. So choosing for you their hashtags, and I can actually go in and do posts right away. And you see, it's building up in a structure when there is a space between it. Everything is built up in coherent way. And this is something I can actually use. And the only thing I did is just tell them the subject I want. And I'm already become an expert almost in this. So this is an example of generating that. Now, I want to show some other stuff that I talked about, attribute. So some of the commands has attributes. It means that have more parameters. Here I'm gonna show here. This is what was it? YouTube script. Okay, so those are what we call attributes. So sometimes you have more sophisticated, I would say, prompt that you want to give different information all the time, right? Or something that your post will be relevant to you. So now here, this is an idea script of YouTube, and you want to say what's your product and service. Let's say AI productivity. Let's say AI writing productivity tool. And let's say ideal customers is no code communities. And let's say marketers. Okay, you're giving some parameters so the answer will be relevant. Then you do close. Then you're saying, okay, what is the subject that I want to talk about, right? Like this, like in general. It's and all what I'm telling you now, the instruction is in the prompt itself, like when you read it, when you read about the prompt. But here I added those two things, and I'm saying I want to write a video that show how amazing is the tool and the most productive out there. I didn't give more explanation out of this intent, a video that show, and that's it. And the target, and then do enter. And it's right here on the spot. So you can be on your Facebook right now, or it can be whatever it is. You don't need to go back and forth with OpenAI and kind of like do things from that nature. You let that do it for you right now. Now, the reason why this is longer, because it's creating a full script. So some of the commands are pretty short and fast. When it's like an easy test, sometimes it's going to take a little bit longer, because it's just to understand, for example, this kind of a prompt that we created, the YouTube idea script, we're talking about 500, 600 words of a prompt that we wrote behind the scene, not the answer, I'm sorry, the prompt. So it finished. Let's see what we got. So is already giving you a title, right? You didn't ask, but it give you a title. It give you the video idea, right? The video will start with dramatic scene of a person struggling with the workload, looking stressed and overwhelmed. Suddenly the screen splits onto the, it's actually giving you the full script. It's giving you like the intro to it, and then the actual script, opening scene, a person overwhelmed, narrator. It's actually telling you what, it's like a full script of what you can do. You can actually take this thing and tell to a video company, hey, produce me on this script or whatever it is. This is an example. Or if you create your own tool. So it's actually being productive instead of you start matching and doing and running after, and how should I do it well, and what is the best script to put on YouTube and things from that nature. I can take even something that Elma talked to me about. What was it? The YouTube description, right? The description.
YouTube title and description.
Yeah, description. Okay, so let's say the keyword is, let's say we'll say AI tools. Okay, I'm just giving an example. This is like a keyword that I want to put in, and here I want to do a video about Itay explaining about the 2/, oh sorry, 2/ productivity, AI productivity tool he built to the audience in a live webinar. That's it. I just gave the description of the video. Okay, with it again with an error mistake, I gave just the keyword that I want to focus on, and all I do, and I keep like the tone length default. Don't do anything here, and all I do, I press here. Now within what we just did, it's going to take in consideration a lot of stuff that if it's the keywords itself, you see it's already gave me, okay, the video description. Let me copy it and show you, and you tell me what you think, Elma. You're the judge, okay?
I'm the judge. Okay, let me
Join,
look at it even more closely. My eyes are not
yeah,
good. Okay.
I would read it. Join Itay in this insightful webinar as he delves into the world of AI productivity, especially focusing on 2Slash tool he developed. This video offers a comprehensive guide of how to leverage AI tools to enhance your productivity and streamline your workflow. Learn directly from a creator about the unique feature and benefit of tools. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more content on AI tools. AI productivity tools, 2Slash webinar, and it gave you already like three options. You can choose one of video titles. Now, if you notice, there is AI productivity tools in the first sentence. There is only 2 hashtags because a lot more is not as productive. One of them is about the actual keyword AI productivity, and you see here even they have AI tools within the search. So this is a result we got in 2 seconds without giving a lot of explanation, and it's almost like reading our mind. And this is kind of and you tell me, Elma, what you think. Elma, crickets. Okay, so that's kind of like on this example. I think that the one
Oh,
yeah,
sorry, I got disconnected somehow.
no worries.
So I'm back.
What is it?
I got disconnected, so I'm back
Okay,
now.
you're back now. Okay, so no, I
Moving to
just asked your opinion about the result, but
yeah.
it's all good. Um, and then I think what I want to show you here, which is very important to engagement, okay, is how you using the fact that you can scroll and get context from people, but actually reply to them. So let's say I'm marketing this thing. Let me mark everything here. So let's say I want to be engaging on social media. So I'm coming in this guy, and we have even commands that are saying LinkedIn reply. So let's say I want to reply to this person, again, using the context of what he wrote without reading it. I don't know what he's writing about, and I'm keeping the tone and length as, or you can use me or whatever it is, and I'm just doing 10, and right on the spot, it's taking his post and generate for you already look at the answer. Your approach to managing multiple calendars is impressive. I'll be interested in learning more about make scenario. Loom walkout through will be beneficial. So I already not just gave something that has been written and complement this. So I can go in and actually can post it here because it's right on the spot where I'm commenting, and I can post right now. So it means you can comment to multiple people with a lot of context. Again, this is context replying, not just absolutely or amazing or just generic stuff. You can actually read something, and sometimes the post can be super long and super complicated. And you ask me about community. How many times someone from the community is saying something maybe you're not sure of or you don't know of, you can engage with it just by like giving a contact, and it can be to someone that comment on your LinkedIn post, or you can do it, and I can do it even on Twitter. The same, we have similar things on Twitter and for other platform, but let's. I don't know why it's not logged in, but here. But let's say that I'm on Twitter, and because we have other prompts that are similar to, and let's say I want to go in and I want to talk about this. Okay, I want to answer this guy. Okay, I can do the command is to Twitter reply, and it's taken in consideration this is Twitter versus LinkedIn, and here even in Twitter it's asking you agree or disagree. So let's say I agree with this fellow, and I can just generate, and right on the spot it's going to generate from your response, uh, and with even an answer, different strokes for different folks, right? Like it's actually giving like learning and giving context, so you can. And you know what's best in engagement? Some actually answers that drive conversation and talks. And while you have a post that you can generate and you can comment in a more different vibe and different colors of writing and things like that, you increase your engagement, your ability to do certain things. And again, I repeat, this is a very like we have a lot of other prompts from all around. It can be from an SEO perspective. For example, you can like audit your SEO, create or competitive article generator. You can take an article of a competitive and just have us giving you a new article that is plagiarism safe. You can have also some interesting things. I'll give you another stuff for growing the command. Let's say you saw an amazing post, okay, like on Twitter, on LinkedIn, whatever it is. You really like the content. You really like what that person said. You can go in and basically just do rewrite or rewrite a tweet or whatever it is. So you can do it for your own tweets that went well or posts, or you can do it for some others. And this is how you get inspiration, because this is plagiarism safe, and you can actually rewrite what he wrote in a different words, but the same sentiment. And this way you can generate even more ideas. You ask me about ideas, look at what he wrote, and it's similar like structure. You're just giving it a different like wording and different thing, but keeping the same concept. So you can generate a lot of great ideas scrolling online and seeing amazing posts and put it on yours. Or you can go to a post or tweet or whatever it is you wrote a year ago that was super successful, is almost like revamp it in a way, in a new wording and new things. And this is just the tip of the iceberg of things you can do. We have even here in terms of like testimonials, you can request a referral or testimonial by an email from your customers. And I can go on a lot about like in social media, we have a bunch of like different things. If I'm creating a certain way to like Instagram caption generator or things like that. I think that's kind of like I can go more, and I know I want to give some time for questions and things from that nature. So I guess in this time I would stop the sharing. and get back here to here.
Okay, so now we are back, me and Ite again here. So let's go, and there are some questions. And actually, I might need to ask you for another use case later. Okay, so which is my use case, by the way. So does it generate hashtags? Yes. So depending on what prompts you are using, like the LinkedIn prompt that Ite used earlier, he had hashtags over there, and
Yeah,
it's within the prompt, and that is the importance here, because you don't have to create your prompt from scratch, which was actually the big mistake I made the first time I used 2Slash. And I said, how come it's not
you try to
working?
become more sophisticated. I'm telling you, this is too simple.
It's too
Simple
simple to
and easy to
use.
use. When you brought the, and this is what happened when you have too much. I think one thing that I want to mention to everybody here, the struggle that I had is I tried so many different tools, Harpa and other stuff. You know what? It took me that I know a lot about it. It took me 2 days to even know how to operate it. Here we're talking about quick, simple. I didn't want to even complicate it. You see, like this is basic, but it's for a purpose. I didn't create it without a lot of features because I didn't want to build it. It's because I don't want you to, like. There's no need when you try to be productive. Too much is getting you. Should I do this? Should I do that? Eventually, you don't do nothing and you waste your time. Community. Like I wanted to make it simple and productive. And being productive means you don't need to start like debating with yourself. Should I do it or should I not? And focus on a result driven things that is quality and fast.
Yes, exactly. So it's actually too simple to use. I'm like, okay, that's it. That's all I need to do to use it. Just literally few words, because all the prompt is at the back end. And by the way, if you look at the subscription or the licenses from 2Slash, the word consumption or the credit consumption is based only on the output. It does not include the input. That's very important to know, because I believe that tier one is bring your own key and it's unlimited because it's your own key. Tier two is with 40,000 words, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes,
And
on
tier
our
three,
website it's 15. So the deal right
oh,
now,
sorry, 15, right?
no, it's on our website. It's 15, but we have a deal right
Ah,
now
okay,
that is running a lifetime deal that's gonna end probably in less than a week.
right?
Um, so if you
And it
guys,
with Rocket Hub,
yeah, with Rocket Hub, um, um, Elma can share after the call. But so our regular one is 15,000. We're giving now the same one for 40,000. And I want, and even the simple, even the way we did our pricing is simple. We don't complicate. You don't. We're not choosing for you. Choose whatever model you want to use. You have only the output word, so you can do like a huge writing, whatever, copying all those things, and only what you generate, that's what we count. And that's how we make it simple. So you have one which is for the year, which is has more words, and one that is a monthly, no more obligation than a month, and that's it. We made it simple. We don't want to confuse it. You get all the feature. If you pay the monthly or the yearly, you're getting all of the prompts for free. There is no additional ones. You can actually put your own key, even if you buy the monthly for a default, if it's fall out and you finish up your words. But of course, we have the bring your own key option that you're putting your key and it's your own, but it's a lifetime. You're paying once and you get it for life in terms of the bring your own key. That's on a regular site, regardless of the lifetime deal.
perfect. Okay, so the next question is, will you have support on mobile? And a follow-up question to this is, right now it's a Chrome extension, 2Slash, and will it support other browsers? So we answered these questions together.
Sure. So first, we are not going to do mobile in the next few months because we want to optimize to where you're putting most of your work. Because again, we're a productivity tool. The most of your work you're doing on your computer, especially in the area of what we do, like generating posts and generating emails and things from that. It's more like things that you do on your work done. And we want to do one thing really good. We don't want to like spread ourselves and just be around many things. So that's on that. In terms of the browsers, we're gonna do all the Chrome-based browsers, which there is a bunch of them. And Edge, we're going to be live with it in like 3 to 5 days, give or take. But definitely in the roadmap, which you can find on our website, all the way on the bottom, we have a roadmap. Um, you can take a look. It's a public roadmap where we have new things that coming in. Definitely in our public roadmap, we have a plan to go to other browser. I can even put the roadmap in the. Should I? How can I put it here in the text? But you can just go to our
You
website.
can, right, we can do that too.
Yeah.
You just head
One thing
over to 2slash dot
from
AI.
yeah, to slash dot AI. One thing to mention on the prompt that is super important that I didn't even mention. If you do have a request for prompt, on our prompt library page, all the way in the bottom, there is a form. Once you fill up the form, anywhere between 48 to 72 hours, we will build the prompt that you want for you. Again, assuming that is not something we cannot, but primarily that's also what Elma did. She put it out. It's going to our engineers. They start generating the prompt for this, taking into consideration and building it. If they have a question, they're going to reach out. But you can request prompt that's really important for you, and you need it for your flow. And this is how we're enriching a lot of the prompt library with requests of people. Sometimes it can be something relevant, like what we did right now with Elma with the YouTube video description could be super relevant to someone else that have a YouTube video. So that can be cool. So that's also something to remember. And prompt engineer costs a lot of money, just to be sure. Like all the other tools that you're going to use, they're not building something for you. That's something we want to give as to show that we are committed to this amazing results and productivity.
Okay, Charles said he's using 2slash already, and he finds the window too small. Can I enlarge the window?
Amazing feedback. We got it from other feedback too. On our next version, within the next 3 to 5 days, we have a new versions coming to the thing. We'll give you the option to extend and to change the size of the pop-up. In addition to, we're gonna move from the sidebar to do like a more pop-up things, and so be easier. So the answer is thanks for your feedback. We got it from other users, so this is why we are listening to the feedback and change it.
Okay, and this one which I also asked before we went live, can we change the slash shortcut if it collides with our other plugins?
So we're working on the next version to have like a keyboard shortcut, but you not necessarily need to. You not have to do the 2slash. You have the option to either generate it on the sidebar on the extension, or you have the little pop up on the side, which you can move ups and down and do it there. This is why we create a few version. So it's not only the slash slash. So it doesn't matter once, because let me share what I'm talking about. So it's gonna be
Okay,
easier for people to see what I'm saying. Um, Let me know when you can see my screen. You can?
we can. Now we can.
Okay. So one way is the 2slash, but another way is I'm still on the same screen. It's just pressing here and just put the command here. It's still gonna copy to the clipboard. So if it's copying to the clipboard, I can just go in on the same page. I'm not moving anywhere and just do paste. Okay? That's an example of how to use it without pressing slash slash. So you can either use here or you can use it here. Both, you don't need to press 2slash. That's already available. We'll try to do also a keyboard shortcut. So let's say you're gonna do a command something on your keyboard to pop it up soon, but that's gonna probably in the next version will come out. This is the options if you don't want to do slash slash. The only reason why we thought slash slash is when people like almost like writing codes. Okay.
Oh, is that how people write codes? Because I don't code, I have no idea. Okay, is it possible to open a pop up on any web page, even if the page doesn't have an editor?
Like I said, you can because you can use the sidebar. You don't need to do the slash slash. So the slash slash is if you want to type somewhere, but even if you don't have an editor, you can open 2slash by just having the little pop-up on the side or to use the sidebar. So anywhere you want to go, you can use it.
Okay, but I must have my Google Chrome running, right? And the extension must be running.
Correct. It's again, we said we only a Chrome extension. If you don't have Chrome, this is not a
Exactly.
Chrome extension. Yeah.
Just in case they forget, that I need to make sure that it's clear that, hey, you can go to anywhere on the internet and then call up a page, use that as a highlight some text, use that as context for what you want to what you want to write. And as long as you have the extension active, it will work.
Exactly.
Okay, so next question is, do you have any custom prompts for technical questions? So I believe quite a lot of people here are also coders, not like me, and they have some technical questions.
So I'm trying to understand the question. So do you have any custom prompts for technical questions? So you're asking if we have prompts for coding. So um, we don't have a lot because most of our users are not using it, but we don't mind like helping on that. If you have a question, you're just putting it into the prompt, and we'll try to generate for you a prompt. We have a basic prompt that says code, and then you need to put the language and whatever you want. So we have it as the basic one, but if you want something specific, just fill up the form that is on our product prompt library, and we'll try to accommodate. Yes, it doesn't make any difference for us. Yeah.
Okay, can we show again the prompt library? Because I really want them to understand that, hey, you actually have a huge collection of prompts. And on top of that, if the prompt that I use from my day to day work is not available, I can actually contact 2Slash
Yes.
team and say, hey, I need this prompt. Can you please make it for me?
Yeah. So
And you have
this
to
is
say
where
please, okay?
yeah, of course, only please.
Only
Here is
please.
where you request a prompt. So let's say you want to request a prompt. You come in, you fill up a form, super simple name, email, and the email is because we want to check that you are actually a user, because we're not going to generate for people that are not actively users with us, paying users. You have the prompt category which you choose from. You're describing what's your problem and pain and what's your goal. And if we have any additional, if we understand what you're doing, we're just going to generate it. If we have any questions, we'll email you with more questions to understand. This is how you get the customers. Now, in order to choose a prompt, we already have a bunch of prompts. So like, for example, writing email. So we have like rewriting email in a brief, natural way, cold email, using it for personalized and whatever. Write a perfect cold email, smart reply to an email, email generator, promote your article. So let's say you have articles coming every week and you want to like have an email to promote it to your users. We have a lot of very, I would say, advanced prompt. And I'm not saying, cold email idea to create FOMO, like fear of missing out. This is an example of emails. You have a lot of those different things that we thought of. Even in terms of business, we even have like a root cause analysis, like the 5 whys, if you know, or generate investor lists for your startup, or startup idea generator, or like we have a lot of cool, or write a job posting for hiring, right? So much of us want to put it out there. You just need to give us a few info, and then we generate it for you. So there's a lot of prompt, and this is our magic, the ability to create something that is useful. You can use a lot of the other tools, and the prompt that you're going to get is to get to a result that you actually want to use. That's the difference between a good, like a useful tool or not. Because in order to get ChatGPT 4, you don't need us. You can just pay $20 and you can use it. The question is, now you need to know how to write a prompt to get a good results. And now you need to be able to start like being more productive by going back and forth from ChatGPT. And that's what we want to bring. And our cost is a lot even lower than you using ChatGPT, but you're getting all the benefit of having this expertise in the tap of your fingers.
Okay, that's great. And okay, some people are asking if there are any automation capabilities that can be done with it, like a webhook integration.
So that's a great question. For now, we didn't do it for a reason, because we felt like it can complicate it what the purpose of what we do. Like if we were just a blog writing tool like Jasper or whatever it is, or like to write articles, then it makes sense to do it. But when you do a little bit from everything, it, we didn't want to go and build something that is not amazing. definitely, if we're gonna hear more and more people want those integrations, we're definitely gonna put it into our roadmap. But at least in the beginning, we felt this is not something most of the customers wanted, and that's kind of how we thought about this subject. But I'm definitely open to reconsider that.
Okay, I disappeared again, but I'm here.
You're a ghost. Yeah.
Let's. Yeah. Are there any plans to make these web based? So I'm using now my second camera, and this is how I look like in that one. Okay, so are there any plans to make this web based?
It's web based. What does it mean? Oh, not Chrome based,
Um,
web based.
yes.
For now, the answer is no on the short run, because Chrome is like 65% of the users, and with having Edge and the other Chromanian, we're talking about like almost 75%. So we want to focus right now to create the best product we can on one section. Definitely, beginning of next year, we want to put it on our table of how we can do the next jump in terms of what we build.
Okay, and you mentioned earlier that you have plans to integrate other language models, right? But are there any limitations or restrictions on using different models like GPT 3.5 for 432K?
So on you can use all of your words a month on the model you choose. There is no limitation. So I want to repeat it. Most like a lot of people don't understand that if you're choosing automated model from other services, they choosing for you. So the difference in cost between 3.5, which is free for everybody, right, to GPT-4, it's huge. And this is why we don't even compromise on this. Even if we need to pay more, we want to make sure you're getting the best results and the best models that you want to use it. And of course, when ChatGPT gonna present more models, we'll integrate more. We also probably in the next couple of months we're gonna integrate Claude and other models. But that's the concept. We want you to get the best result. We're not trying to do tricks here to save some money. That's the optimization for us for the product, for your actual productivity. And what, by the way, one thing that I didn't mention, and I think it's important for, especially for people in teams right now, you don't have any limitations of the amount of computers you can use. If you have 3 laptops or you want to share with someone in your work, you can. Um, you only need to have the login shared. It's up to you guys. So right now, it can even fit to a team. Again, you need to be within this limitation. So maybe you can buy the bigger package, or the yearly if you're not paying the lifetime deal. But then you can actually share it with more people. And even if you have, let's say, a computer at work, you have a laptop, you have another, you can be in all ones. We don't have, it's not a per license, so that's another advantage to make it simple to use.
Okay, now Jarinder is asking most of the time he asks questions about Python. So can he create prompts so that he doesn't need to specify every time that the question is related to Python?
Part of the code question that or commands that we have is with attributes. So you have to specify the Python language. However, either you can create a prompt for yourself that the answer will only be in Python, okay, and only about Python, or you can just send us the prompt if you're a user, and we'll make it happen.
Okay, next is okay. So this is a little bit funny. Okay, Asif is saying, can we rely on your app to reply to a LinkedIn post? And are you sure it's not going to mess it up? And I actually responded to him and say, post it at your own risk. But then I want a serious answer from you.
Look, I want to remind everybody here something. I'm not ChatGPT, and none of the tools cannot promise you anything because it's dependent on a certain model. To tell you it's 100% bulletproof, the answer is no, and I wouldn't recommend you, regardless of using us or someone else, don't do it. However, I can tell you for the most part, you can look at just if your reply is 2 lines, and you see it doesn't even make sense, you would see it. You don't need to read the whole post. So, for example, if it says in the post, "Yeah, call me tomorrow, and we will do whatever it is," yeah, it doesn't make sense for me to answer that. Don't do it. So, the answer is, for the most part, I didn't find myself changing it too much, but still, it's saving you the big hassle of reading it, and give you also idea of how to reply in a certain way. That's kind of like the high level on this.
Okay, and then from JDeep, can we use it for long form?
100%. I just show you an article, a script that is super long, but you can create an article, blog, like
Okay.
article for like, let's say, 1,500 words or whatever it is.
Okay, so this one I believe will be in the future. Can we use it with Bard or Cloud?
So Claude will be within the next few months. This is something we're working on right now. The reason why we're not rushing into putting it in, because we want to make sure that it's productive. We just don't want to throw something at you that is not good. But eventually you're going to have it, and you can choose different models and see what you like, what you don't like. But yeah, it's going to be not in the next month, but I would say within 2-3 months. Yes. Not bread, Claude for now. Bread maybe, but there is no API right now that is useful for bread.
Okay, let's see. Let me check this one.
I have to leave in like 3 minutes, so let me answer two,
Okay,
three questions. But I'm not
three more
I'm not
questions.
running away. I can go into Facebook within the next day or two and try to answer each one of the questions on Facebook one by one. Those that I missed, those that I didn't answer here today. But let me
Okay,
take
I
another two, three
believe.
questions.
Okay, maybe this one we take in how to upload the PDF and ask questions regarding its content.
So you cannot upload a PDF, but if you open the PDF on the browser and you can copy the words, you can summarize it, you can ask to whatever prompt you want to do. You can, when you copy those things, you can either do whatever you want, but it has to be contextual. Like you need to take the context out of it. So we're not scanning the PDF, if it makes sense.
It makes sense. Okay. Plus, anyway, the PDF. I believe maybe if cloud is already there, but it's like really, really long content, especially if you upload books. So there are other apps for that, but this is not the
Yeah,
app
it's
for it for now.
Exactly.
Let's put
If you
it
have a
that way.
quick PDF, if you have a quick PDF that, let's say, one long PDF or few pages, and you can mark all of those and do summarize for me or whatever, then you can do it. But I guess it's we're not here to serve all the different, like we're not gonna generate for your images tomorrow. So that's kind of like something to think about. If you're using constantly like short form content writing in different things, that's the right tool for you.
Okay, so I think that's all the questions we have for now. And I'm sure we have more questions later on because I
Yeah.
already combined most of the questions. And what I'll do is I'll do the live giveaway now. And Ite, you can already leave because I know you are busy. And thanks so much for your time.
The
Okay?
pleasure is mine, and like I would, and I see a question: is the extension free to use? So we do have 2,500 words, 2,500 words for free to you to try whenever you sign up. You can try it. Again, you're not gonna have all the prompts. You have some of the prompts, not all of the prompts from the library for the free use. And yeah, we now on live on Rocket Hub for the next, I think, 3 to 5 more days. So if you guys
Mm-hmm.
want to take the advantage of that, you can do it too. And I would be in the
Okay.
next day or two answering all the other questions on the YouTube group. You're probably going to do a
That's
post
from the
afterwards,
Facebook
right?
group. Yes.
Yeah,
So we are still going to post after this, and we're going to be asking questions. And don't worry, enjoy your stay in Austria and have fun today. And I will do the live giveaway with everyone.
sounds amazing. Good luck to everybody.
Oh yes, and
All right,
thank you so much, Ite. I hope to see you soon, and we'll see you again in our group.
sounds amazing. Bye bye,
Bye.
guys.
So, guys, please fill up the form for the giveaway, and I will do a live giveaway form. Is not working again. Let me just check. Give me a moment. Okay, Dinesh, is this working now? Okay, so the new form must be working now. Somehow the please slash done please. Okay. Please share the form link. Did I not share it in Facebook? Okay, let me go check Facebook again. Ranveer, I already shared the form link. It's on top. I just did not pin it yet. All right. So now while we are doing this, let me see what we can do here. Okay. So while filling up the forms, do you have any other questions before before I start? What's invalid input? Okay, guys, there are some that already filled up the form. I have Charles, Amir, and Asif Raid. So the form is working. So I'm not sure what are the issues. What error are you seeing? Like, guys, if you tell me, hey, I see an error, but if you don't tell me what the error is, how would I know? So I need some help. Facebook URL issue. Okay, so that is the issue. Okay, let me go back to my form. That is strange. It's exactly the same form I used before. Okay, it should be expecting field setting. Okay, I will turn that field is not required by the way, so you don't have to answer it. And I will find out exactly what is wrong with it. Um right, I think there must be a bug, but I will reach out to make forms in after this. But we are live right now and I can't do anything about it. So just don't answer the Facebook URL, please. Okay, so yes, the FB URL is optional. So I am not sure why this happened because it's just a copy of um the form. It's a clone of the form that I used last week. So it should not be a problem technically, but I'll try to find out what happened after this. Okay, so now let's focus on filling up the forms, and I give you 2 more minutes. Okay, guys, last 1 minute before we do the giveaway. Okay. So has everybody filled it up already? Because I will now download the form. Okay, so I believe we have some that I didn't manage to capture here, but I'll share my screen now. Just give me a moment. Okay, so this is what I've seen. Okay, so these are the ones who submitted the submitted their entries. I have Asif, Amir, Charles, Sujit, Chaitanya, Niru, Leo, Eransoa, Interpret, Jdeep, HM, Ankit, Dinesh, Niladrita, Joginder, BL, Bravely, Inderjit, Ranveer, Mamta, Rana, another Leo, so we can remove this one. Okay, so Aaron Sowo wasn't here, and I will add you here. So, did I miss anyone? Please let me know. Who is this? Who are you asking me to check? Please let me know your name. Thank you. Okay, let me see if. Hey guys, please fill up the forms now. Okay, I'm down exporting the entries again, and if your name is not here, I'm not gonna add it in here anymore. Okay. I'm also quite busy. In fact, I've got a lot of things to do right after this. So let me export this one now. Okay, so this time we have 25 people, but I believe we have duplicates as well. Okay, so I have Amir, Ankit, Asif, BL, Bravely, Chaitanya, Charles, Dinesh, Eransoa, HM, Interjit, Interpret, Ishika, Jdeep, Joginder, Leo. Yeah, I need to ask make forms to make sure I don't have duplicates. Mamta, MD Istiak, Niru, Niladrita, Prince, Rana, Ranveer, Sujit. Okay, I believe I got everyone now, and oh, finally I got everyone right. So, by the way, tonight is quite special because Itay is actually very nice, and he gave us three codes for giveaway. One code is for tier one, which is a bring your own key, and the two other codes are tier two, which does not require a key, and you can use up to 40,000 words per month. Okay, so let's and maybe I also need to share with you all what is 2Slash. Yeah. So wow, yes. And it will be nice if you guys can if you don't win the giveaway, please actually purchase this 2Slash. It's something that is really good. I use it. I had some bugs. I've reported it to the team. And by the way, if there are any bugs in the software, please reach out to the team. Don't reach out to our Facebook group, because this is really the incorrect way of handling bugs. We really need to help the founders um, work on the bug so that it's a good system for everyone. Okay, so let me just start this one. The first winner that I will pick would be winning a tier 1, and that would be good luck, everyone. Okay, so the tier 1 winner is MD Istiak Ahmed. So, are you there right now, Istiak? So while waiting for that, I'll remove Istiak here and I will shuffle, shuffle, shuffle. Is it Istiak there? Okay, he's there. Okay, let's now get the next winner, which is for tier 2. Wow, congratulations to Rana. Okay, I need to write down the name. Remove. Okay, and the last one. Rana, are you there? I need you to say, hey, I'm here. Okay, and while waiting for Rana, we do more shuffle and start. Wow, Charles, congratulations. So the not sleeping before midnight, it pays, right? Now you have a code of tier 2 code of 2Slash. So guys, again, please check out 2Slash. Yeah, Charles, I see you now. Yes, thank you. And RH2Slash. Okay, let's see if my link is working. And congratulations to all the winners. I will let you know, I will post later on Facebook on how you can claim it. Okay, so just to let you know, guys, that 2Slash will be in Rocket Hub in the next 3 to 5 days. I'm not exactly sure when it is ending, but it has